Well, welcome everybody. It's Monday night. It's our Titan Circle Forex Trading Study Group. And my name is Dan Hansen. I'm your host, and we come here every week to help each other learn better and trade better. So today is wow, August 25th. Can you believe it? We're coming towards the end of the month. Time's flying. So I know we have questions out there, and I know Anna's got the first one. So bring it on.
Okay, I don't quite understand the timing tab on the SMT. I'm assuming that the bars, when it says bars, that it is that the candles, how many candles are left to before it expires per
You're
the
correct.
time frame that it's in.
Oh, gee, I'm glad
Okay,
to
so
hear.
that's what it is.
Congratulations. And dude, you did it. You are a coding genius. I love you. Anyway, there it is. The updated version. There's the timing. And do you want to take it away if you can, G?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, and hello,
Go
Anna.
for it.
Yeah, and
I'm
when I went
excited.
in with the question, the hot question. No,
The
but
hot
yeah, in reality, so the indicator is called right structure, momentum, timing. So the
data.
recent version that I did was that I wanted us just to
Okay, keep
focus
going with me.
on the current chart, right? On the current chart and not just, the other one had a good view on both on multiple time frames. But in this scenario, right, let's just focus on one chart alone. So Dan, just do me a favor, hide drawings right quick,
In fact, I think I'm going to delete my drawings because I really don't need
however
them.
you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because I don't
Yeah,
need my
I don't
drawings.
want to delete your artwork. So structure, right? When it says structure bullish, pretty straightforward, right? It looks for the impulse, and it'll be this low and this high in that direction. So that's the reason why it's bullish structure.
Okay.
So it's the chart's communicating to us as the color. It's bullish, but it's also communicating to us here. Momentum is the small and the medium box. And because the midpoint of the small box is above the midpoint of the medium box, therefore the momentum is bullish. This is very,
Oh,
very
okay.
helpful. Yeah.
So the structure would be the big box,
Hmm.
right? Big box is structure. Okay.
And the
And then
momentum,
the momentum is the other two smaller ones.
that's
So
correct.
that would the momentum now is the 5 minute and the 2 minute,
No, no.
what it was
In
before?
this
No.
same time frame on the 5 minute, it's the small box and
Oh,
the
I
medium
see.
box.
Okay. All
Correct.
right.
Yeah, so we're
So
keeping
in
everything on
each
one
time
time frame.
frame, okay, but in each time frame, there's structure, which is the big box of that time frame, and then the momentum are the two smaller boxes of that time frame,
That is correct.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And we only use the
Okay.
SMT on three time frames, right? The 2 minute, the
Right.
5 minute,
Two,
and the
five,
one
and
hour. That's it.
1 hour.
Yep. So the timing is actually kind of like a an advanced feature that this is kind of like just the most basic there is, but this is how all the boxes work, right? So the timing is basically this little green arrow or marker or flag, whatever you call it. So what
Okay.
so what's it what's it communicating to us? Well, basically it's communicating from that flag to the left. Okay. There's 178 bars or candles, all of these, right? So
Okay.
that equates to 14 hours and 50 minutes.
Okay.
So what does that communicate to us? Well, basically, this low
Remember.
is not going to be affected, or like this low and this high will remain intact until
For
this
14 hours.
for
Okay.
14 hours, or unless, yeah, for 14 hours. Correct. So it's kind of like a stability thing. Rewind it back a little bit, Dan. Let's say rewind it to today about at 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's put it like that. Today at 6 a.m. That's perfect. So you see here, there's three color codes on here, right? There's three colors.
Right.
And you see how it turned red? It's
Mm.
like, think about it like it's gonna get unstable, right? Because here goes the little flag, and it's only 10 bars left, just only 50 minutes left. So
Okay.
if we get 10 more candlesticks in the front, that high will then shift over to the
That's
next candle and the
okay.
next candle. So what does that mean? That
Uh-huh.
that high stability is not stable. It's not stable.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and hit your Dan a few more candlesticks. Yeah, get all the way to the edge, maybe to like when there's like one bar left. Perfect. And you see, and now it's at the edge. So when we get the next one or two more candlesticks, the box it's actually going to shrink a little bit, therefore also affecting the midpoint, right? So it's readjusting. So it's not stable. Go ahead and hit play. And I just hit a few. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going until we kind of pierce. I think we do pierce the high today. Keep going. You see how the little red arrows at the edge? Because it's latched onto the highest high. Keep going, Dan.
What was also interesting, if you notice, see how it's been trading very sideways?
Mm-hmm.
We have been stuck in this equilibrium zone over here. If you measure this out, we were pretty much stuck in that zone. So that's the one thing I've been noticing with the boxes and stuff. But anyways,
Absolutely. Keep going, Dan. And then, so again, right? See, so long story short, this high up there is not very stable because every few minutes it's kind of breaking. It's
there we
breaking
go.
down. And
Now
breaking.
we
See how we got a shift here. So now when we got the price action up there, that's the highest candle, and this is the lowest candle in this box system, right? And then so technically the structure now has turned bullish. It's still pretty stable, right? It's still pretty stable. And that's how it works. So it just kind of it just at a with a visual cue, it just kind of letting us know, the how long will this box be stable for. And the closer, like, we're kind of are to it halfway, the more we can trust it, because the closer we are to the edge, the market can kind of shift a bit. But it's all going to depend on the momentum in the front. So that's not really kind of like a strategy thing right now, Anna. Just kind of more of just reading the box system. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah, thank you. And before I let you go, one more question. How far left do you look when you're trying to find ETM candles for entries?
Okay. Dan, you can start with this one. How what's been your go-to? That I can share mine. And if you're speaking, Dan, you're muted.
yeah, I'm sorry, I muted. Um, but I don't look too far left. Right now we're at the boxes. I might find a high, but I try to stay within this range that we're at. I try to stay in the same time frame. I don't really go looking around. But what I noticed things like we got a drop base drop, which is a flip zone, which is a flip. So I'm also going to be looking for a retest of this price action. We got
Okay,
a
so you stay within the two smaller boxes as far as when you're looking for the ETM candles.
no, I just don't look that far left. I look for something that's close. So I notice like time I don't see anything down below here at this point. And I don't switch around the different types of charts or anything like that, looking for exact fits. But I notice a very strong level of support and resistance. And if you notice, it's also similar to our 50. There's a very faint 50 line right here in the box. So I look for like flip zones. It's in anything within this box if I can. And then if I do go this far left, I'll look for my area of my next ceiling. So I see like over here we got a BEC small one, but I like this one better back here. Let me
It
change
would
it.
be anything that has not been touched though, right? Like BCs or DVDs or anything like that, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like that has not been eliminated yet. Like if a one drop base drop or an RBR has already been touched once, it's eliminated technically, right? Because it's balanced out to that point.
I'm trying to.
You mean like outside of the big box, Dulce?
Yeah, like if you're
Is that what
looking
you're
left,
saying?
yeah, if you're looking left and let's say that you found like a drop base drop, but it's the price has already come back to that level once, technically you don't quote unquote use it again as a reference point, right? You just look for any drop base drops or like rally base rallies that have not been touched at all, right?
No, I just look to see, and I just look for levels of support and resistance. So I
Oh,
look
And
for.
do you use the 5 minute chart? Because you're on the five
I
minute right
never
now. Is
changed it.
that the
I
one
never
you
changed my chart time frame. I never change. I barely glance. I believe it or not, I glance at the 1 hour, and if I
oh,
look at my structure there, you know, it's a little. It's just a lot of data for me, because we got this zone
uh-huh,
here we could look at as an area of support and
uh-huh.
resistance. We're above that, we can come back and retest that. So, I could mark this off instead and the 1 hour.
Uh-huh. But generally you're so then you're on the 5 minute. You trade the 5 minute basically. It's where
Yeah,
you
I
find
stick with the
everything.
5 minute. I stick with the 5 minute. Yeah, I totally stick with the 5 minute. I really don't flip around too
Yeah,
much.
if it's not like top-down analysis, Anna, like we can literally just kind of use the 5 minute what's it called? Time frame box and
Hmm.
just kind of make our decisions based on that. You do got to draw a fib and everything.
Right.
But like,
Oh
I
yeah, I
think
did do
we
that.
did do a top-down analysis on Sunday and we kind of went over for a few pairs and then from there we could look for other ETM candlesticks a little bit more to the left just to kind of get the whole view of the week. But like
Mhm,
when it comes to like intraday trading, we kind of just we use the box simply by itself. And
mhm.
I think the price went up and then went back down and then actually bounced back up pretty good, Dan. So
Yeah,
um,
it was all over the place today. So,
mhm.
and
Mhm.
I'm also going to reverse this.
Yeah, but today Dan will do some good top-down analysis, guys, with the notes
Oh,
that we left
absolutely.
yesterday.
Hmm.
And I think from there, Anna, we'll kind of come back to your question when it comes to the
Okay.
how far left those ETM candles
Right.
could be used because
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
And
Thank you.
I did forget the fib, but I just don't look for too many things. I try not to have too many lines. I try to keep things simple. Simple creature. How about G? I know we have the top-down analysis, which we will do one tonight because we're going to look at our forecast for the week and see where we're going to go, and that's a whole different animal. But I really don't switch between time frames. When I trade, I stick to my 5 minute time frame. I look for my entries. I look for, and I found that I look for the 23 lines to be my entry levels and my exit levels. I just trade these up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't go outside that. That's just my comfort zone at the moment because I know I'm at least guaranteed if I swing this way, I'm going to at least swing back and touch this way. Price up, it has only two directions it can go. Okay, if I saw this coming down, I'd wait for my entry to buy down here, or at least to see about the swing up, see where I'm at. Once it's over here, this is what's important. I look for this specifically, like this candlestick right up. I got a drawing tool somewhere around here. Circle, there it is. So I look for this like structure here. I look for when the price turns and closes above the 23, then I know we're going to be on our way up. So I would either start my entry right, just take my long position, put it at the end of this candlestick, make my low right about there. I actually got a rally base rally underneath there. I could have used that and just take it to this line. It's not a huge line, but look at that. That's a
Right.
2.25 to 1
Right.
trade.
So you don't necessarily use that midline, that green midline as an entry point.
I could, I just didn't. I'm
Uh-huh.
like I said, I love range trading. I
Yeah, and
love
for whatever
going.
reason,
Range
these
trading.
lines right here, like these 23 percentile lines, have been
Right.
very good rangings. And like today, like we're running to about
Yeah.
right here, Dan. We're running and normally, right, like a trending move, you do want to catch your trade at the 52 mid.
Right about there.
But yep, right there. So yeah, this is a good example here. So it's like, we were bearish at that time. So if you're gonna range this, we can get it, you can, if you see opportunity at the top 23 percentile, you can then sell it to the bottom 23 percentile. And then from here, you can potentially buy it back up. Price has been doing that a lot recently now that we've been having those 23% lines. Go ahead and hit play, then just a few candles at a time. So see, it gets to that high right there. It behaves like resistance,
Mhm.
brings price back down. And again, the momentum is there, but not really. It's not really kind of pushing price back up, and then it goes lower.
That's where my 1, 2, 3 strategy comes into play, which I always love. If you fib your pattern, take it from the 618 or the 50, take your trade either there, either place, and take it from the 50 going to the upside at least to here, either to here or to the 0. In fact, the way I think the market's going to go, I'm looking for it to at least come back and test this area here. This BEC that's dancing up there. I may not. I don't know. I didn't see what price action did today, but anyway, I'd be looking for either a trade to the 0 or definitely to 236, and then put my stop loss somewhere just below this 23 line. It's still basically a 1-to-1 trade. I could probably expand it a bit because we got this top 23%. Let's see what happens. We got a deeper retracement there. That would have stopped out, but it didn't close below. So there's that 786 line. This is where the safest to always set your stop losses at a low, and the previous low would be this one down here. But it comes back and dances above the 23, and it just really never changed. So we could have taken our entry even lower. Here we go. We could have taken our entry way down here. And that would have saved us a lot. So I keep my eyeballs on these 23 lines. They dance perfectly. Boom.
Yeah, that bottom entry was the entry today. That one
Yeah.
was I think at 8:30 a.m., I believe, give or take. That was the
And
entry today
mhm.
to take us to the top side. And it just didn't really do it peaked, but it wasn't the best. It dropped pretty good, but and then it literally bounced back up pretty fast.
Let's see, did it hit the extensions? And that's what I look for. If it hits the extensions, then I'm looking for a retracement, but it didn't quite hit the extensions yet.
Yeah, just missed it today.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question, guys, on that?
Sure.
Dan, you moved your long position calculator down to the bottom there at the bottom 23, and they were both bearish. The structure, the momentum, and I guess what is it the close above that to make you want to take the
Anytime,
buy?
yeah, the close above the 23% is always triggers in my head. We're gonna come back. So here we go, the N wave pattern, and we got a beautiful W or another crazy harmonic, an ugly one. I don't know what we want to call it, but
And
it's
that's
a
a really good observation there, Jeff. Check this. Once you're done with that, Dan, I'll because this today was a little tricky because the momentum, Jeff. I always trade with momentum first, right? Especially during the 8 o'clock session on New York. I always trade with that. That's a nice harmonic, then. I always trade the momentum first, and just for like two candlesticks, Jeff, that momentum shifted bearish on us just for like two candlesticks. Rewind very quick, Dan, maybe to like kind of like around there somewhere.
yeah, sure. Let me hide
And
this.
if that didn't happen, Jeff, I would have more confidence on that buy. But go ahead and give it a little rewind there.
Right
That's
about
good right
there.
there. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
So obviously we're more bullish, right? The structure here, what time is that, Dan? Give or take.
This is at
7:45.
7:40.
Perfect. So the structure right now is bearish, but the momentum, right, did switch bullish, right? It did switch bullish. So I like that. I like trading with momentum, especially during the NYSE. The previous day was also bullish. Friday was very strong bullish. Okay. So I am in more favor than buys today than sells, regardless of what the structure says. So, okay. So, but the momentum is bullish. Okay. Because the structure is bearish, go ahead and center the big box more, Dan, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Because the structure is bearish, the best entry for this is not the 52 mid, right? Because the structure is bearish. So I know that Anna, right? You asked a question earlier, right? We kind of been establishing let the 52 mid be the entry, but only when the structure is aligned with it. Right now, it's the structure is bearish and the momentum is bullish. So our better entry is that bottom 23 percentile, just like Dan has right here. Entry at the 23 percentile, stop loss at the low of the box, which is the same thing as that low, right? And that would have been a good buy towards the 23% or the top 23 percentile, or at least back to the top, right? That's
Right.
at the top.
And I like the high too as
Yes.
another
Yes.
take profit level, because in order for it to go any higher, it's got to break
Yes.
this high. And if it fails, I want to be able to catch at least like the top of these two candles. See how they got a nice, I'll draw a little horizontal line. You can see what I'm talking about, but see that little line right there, just perfect. So you can even set a stop losses there to make sure you get an entry, even though it's inside the box.
Yes. And
Uh,
so in this scenario, now forward it down a little bit until a few candlesticks. I'll keep going there. So you forward it. We're still bullish right there, Jeff. Hold it right there,
That's
Dan.
what I saw.
Right there, just for that split second, it kind of just like, dang it, you know, why did you have to turn red, right? Why did you have to turn red? And that's kind of what would have been the hesitation move for today. Again, but then how many pips of stop loss is that, Dan?
this is stop loss. Let me get my measuring device.
About 30 pips. That's
About
that's
30
that's,
pips, yeah.
that's nothing.
I mean, that would have been beautiful.
Yep.
Even if I
That's
lost
it.
30 pips, I'd be the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only way we would have confidence on this one, Jeff, is that basically the small box and the medium box are basically the same size. And usually like that, right? The midpoint are the same. So a lot of times because they're the same, it's like the rubber band effect, where like, oh, you know what, they're both, the small box is stretching the same as the medium rubber band, and it can slingshot price back up. But yeah, the best entry today was definitely here. But when the momentum shifted just for a second there, that kind of just, just kind of a little hesitation. Go
I
ahead,
got
go
all
ahead.
kinds of people alerts at that time to say, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think so, Tim.
Yeah. But I was bullish today, right in that zone. Go ahead and hit play, Dan.
That the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm. Just to get to the high.
Yeah, thank you.
And there it is. Look at that. That would have been a perfect trade, man. That was the trade for today. That was
That
the
was the
trade for today.
textbook trade of the day.
Hmm. That was the trade for today. It just the little momentum kind of shifted too early, but hey, it is what it is. So as notes concerned, right? I think I learned more than whenever you hear if the structure. I try to trade with momentum the most, right? Trade with momentum during the NYSE. If the structure is bearish still, the best entries are at those 23 percentiles. When we're trending, when the structure is bullish and the momentum is bullish, we can use that 52 mid, right, as our entry and stop loss. Um, but in this scenario, it was the bottom of the 23 percentile because the structure was still bearish at that time.
But my key for the turnaround was these two candlesticks here were a big indication, right? These first two blue candles, white candlesticks, they had a little bearish push down, even though it engulfed the first one, it didn't engulf the second one. So it's not a break of structure. And it did not create another low. So I go, once it bounced in, this one opened above the 23. Bada bing, bada boom. I just had a feeling that's the way the market was going to go.
Absolutely.
And that's when I sometimes ignore the fib in some indications. But these 23 lines have been I call it my bay, like Donnie Pips call it his bay, but I call it my sweet spot, my sweet zone. It's become my rule of thumb now. I have it in my trading plan. I look for trades at each 23 level and either direction.
Nice.
So now for the sells, to go back down, I'm looking for the close below the 23, the upper 23%. And then I'd be looking for the trade back to this 23. And if it fails, this is the reason why, this purple flip zone I have right here. And we also got the 382, the 236 is right there of that particular original fib. So there's a lot of things that could keep price back, keep price going up. So
Good stuff, man. If nobody has any other question, man, let's do this top-down analysis. And if you
sure.
guys have any more questions as we're doing that,
Hey, there it goes. It came and touched my 5-minute BEC.
go ahead and do a few. We got 30 minutes to do multiple pairs.
Oh, look at
and
that.
review.
It's just totally. Wow, look at that, man. What a range it did today. I'm sorry.
I know.
Holy moly.
But believe it or not, that was actually the plan on our analysis for Sunday. We
Yep.
wanted to get about that low because there was like a daily rally-based rally.
Mhm.
Once you do this top-down analysis, we'll know exactly why it bounced right there.
All right, so let me go back and move some stuff around. Let me get oh, wait, am I on the right thing? Where are my, okay, come on. There we go. So this is Saxo. I'll go to the Wanda chart. There we go. Reset view. We'll go to our top-down analysis, our weekly. Let me get rid of my drawings. And we'll make new drawings.
And I think you're still in replay mode, so go ahead and X that out.
Accept that. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
All right, cool. And I'll turn the indicator off for a second. So we are looking at the weekly. So we're looking at this candle's previous weekly is this one, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. Let me just get some stuff out of my way here.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
I noticed that you have the HTF twice.
Oh, that's the HTF candlesticks. Okay, on the 20-minute. These are the weekly and daily candlesticks. We can even use that. I think I have it set for even the 4-hour, so we don't even know I have to go back to the. Let me reset the chart view.
Yeah, so one would show the weekly candle, Miss Iris,
Which
and then
is
the other
this
one will show
one.
the daily.
Right.
So
So
how do I-
in fact, we
Yes.
could use this. So let's go back to the weekly. We're going to do our top down. But here's the interesting thought I have on this, G, and this is where
Yeah, go for it, man.
did we exhaust this? Yeah, we exhausted this candlestick. Yes. We went to the extensions and came back. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Cool. That's one of go ahead.
so how do I have the weekly and you said weekly and the daily?
I'll have an so you go into weekly, go to HCF settings and just change this the box time interval, the day, 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one you're gonna set to the
1
week.
week. Yep.
And
Simple
that's
as
it.
that, Miss Iris. Yeah, I think we
Okay.
do have a recording. Dulce just shared there on the June 19th. Yesterday's Academy class, and I break that one down in a lot of detail there, Miss Iris. June
Oh.
19th.
June 19th? Okay, right.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
So now we're looking for the bullish trend. I'll put my fancy schmancy raise up.
So top down analysis here. Dan is starting off with a
Weekly.
just basically marking up the previous weekly high and low. I'll go for Dan.
Mhm. And I also want to do the open.
High, low, and open.
Hmm.
I do like that a lot. 3 lines right there.
And I like these lines. So now we can go to our 4-hour,
Mhm.
see our direction, and we're definitely looking bullish. We got our
Yep.
low down here.
Yeah, so here, guys, what Dan is doing is basically we're looking for, can we find, go ahead and keep going, Dan. I'll just kind of chime in as you go.
Good.
So, whenever he did those horizontal rays, right, he put them at the wicks and the open and the low of the previous candle, right? And basically they all start right here, right? So Anna, if you're in the higher time frame, right, and you're kind of just walking it down, you can use, where the new week starts for your ETM candles as well, just to kind of mark up those higher ones, right? So all we're looking at, guys, is basically from here to the right. That's all we're looking at. Then drew some structure there. You can look for some trend lines to kind of see, what trend lines we've been broken. And yeah, broken trend lines are very important. Broken trend lines are very important because if you break a trend line, there's a break and retest roughly at that trend line, right,
And
Dan?
want to see the trend line? Yep, exactly. Want to see the trend line? This is pretty much the trend line that was broken.
Correct. Correct. You see
So
that,
now
guys?
we're looking for a retest, which is the previous weekly open.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if we get there, I mean, this little wick right here could be it too, right? It could
it
be
could
it
be a
too.
two, you're right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it does one of two things. We've got a high here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what people call a fair value gap. It's broken into a fair value gap. And my fair value gaps, and I do pay attention to them once in a while.
Shoot, I pay attention to it on Friday, Dan, and that's the reason why the price pumped up very, very
Exactly.
high. So
All those fair value gaps are important. Exactly.
they're like an ETM candle with very, very similar.
Right. And I always put a midpoint line in there as a level of support and resistance because price likes to go there. Don't ask me why, but I found 9 times out of 10, this 50% of the fair value gap also equals a lot. If you draw a straight line across, you'll see a lot of support and resistance testing at several different directions. We call that the wave pattern. When it goes through a trend line, or like I said, like a horizontal or vertical line, something like that. Yeah, so now we're going to come back and retest this fair value gap. I'm sure again, because
Yeah, but we got a touch in there. That could be enough, man, but we'll see.
I'm looking for one more touch.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm still looking for one more touch because it didn't. I don't think it got enough of the liquidity that's still in here. But I could be wrong, and we've done it before. Although this one, perfect example. I'll have to go back a little bit and digress. Here's another fair value gap right here and here. And see how it perfectly came back and hit the 50. Has a tendency to at some point want to come back and hit the 50.
And on the note on that, as you bring that comment in, Dan, that's really important. We do have to, in my opinion, right, choose one time frame to play those fair value gaps because you can do a fair value gap on the 8 hour. You can find one on the 8 hour. You can find them on the daily. You can find them on any time frame, just like you do those ETM candlesticks. For me, for the most part, if I'm looking for a fair value gap, I only choose two time frames: the 4 hour time frame, and worst case scenario, the 1 hour time.
Right. But as we always found out, the best way to deal with that would be to use our Fibonacci tool, which is even better than the fair value gap. Because when we have a beautiful candlestick here, we could have just fit this one candlestick and traded from middle, but we're not going to do that yet. I don't want to digress too much. But we're going to now draw our Fibonacci. We got our trend. We got our, there's a 0. I got to put my 0 back on. There's something not right with my fib tool here. Something's not right. I know what's right. Not right. That one's not right. There we go. I knew something didn't look right. There's my weekly Fibonacci. I also made a template for it. So it's grayed out. And at this time frame, I'm going to try to keep it as close to current price as possible because as we go down time frames, it'll keep shifting over to your right. So I got the direction, the structure. We've got a trend that's been broken. We have fibbed it. And now we can go down to our 1 hour. And this is where you can start looking for those different, if you want to look for ETM candlesticks, but we don't necessarily have to. We got our Fibonacci tool. That's going to work for us.
That perfect touchdown on 38%.
Right on the money.
Yep.
And now it's going to come back and test this. It could possibly test the 236 down here.
Yes.
Because of this break a structure candlestick.
Yes.
And if you remember how to play a break a structure candlestick, and hide this one temporarily. If you're going to play a break a structure, usually you can fib your candlestick from low to high. In this case, bring it out a little bit and set your trades up at the 382, 50, or 618. This is our zone. These are our entry zones, anywhere between the 382 and the 50. So, and we have no guarantee it's going to come back here because this could end up being a doji candlestick. When this candlestick closes, we won't know that it's going to be continuing going down until it closes in 19 minutes. All right.
How does the SMT look on this time frame, Dan? I know you turned it off right now.
Oh yeah.
And we're bullish. Perfect.
Yep, bullish.
What was the rule, guys, on the 5 minute time frame when momentum is bullish and the structure bullish? Where was our potential entries? At the 52 mid, right? And the 52 mid also comes into play in the 1 hour time frame. It just takes longer. It just takes longer. So everything repeats itself over and over again, just in a different scale, right? So, that's why it was very dangerous for us to sell too much down here because it was literally coming into the 52 mid of the 1 hour time frame. So that's the reason why I have those three time frames, right? So we kind of check and balance our areas of interest.
Wow.
And that's how it looks, man. This is a very nice chart, guys. Literally, this candlestick right here is going to be the deciding factor if we're going to continue pushing up or not. That break and structure candle.
Candlestick, yes.
Say it again, Dan?
That is the control candlestick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when we say control candlestick, it means the one that buyers are in control at the moment, and they're the ones that are in control.
Yep. So
it is until it isn't.
That's right. But yeah, so then again, if we come here and do retest this 23% of the previous weekly candlestick, and if we cannot trend, well, I think we're just going to go a little bit lower, maybe to the bottom percentile. So it's just a matter of just being patient, waiting for the right time. Usually New York session will be the one to take. But you do got to take a shot, right? I wouldn't mind say, hey, let's take a shot at the buy first, get a buy low area based on this candlestick. And if it goes our way, great. If not, we'll regroup, try to get out and break even if all possible. And then from there, we can kind of shift gears and take it a little bit lower.
It's kind of interesting. If you notice, we've already hit the take profit zone 1 on this. I think we did. On
Very
this
close. Very
close. It just kissed.
Go to the 5 minute then, or read better on the 5 minute.
Let me put on the 5 minute. Yeah.
Very close, man.
Very close. Yeah. I forgot. I think I deleted that line, but
yeah, very close. A little higher.
There you go.
Very close.
Very close. Yeah. So now we might trickle down. That's why. So right now, I'd still be looking for at least to come to the 50 of this box just before it decides to turn around. If it makes it below this level and continues going to the 32, then I'd be looking for my turnaround or take profit down there, because this could have just been. I'm gonna go back to 1 hour. I'm gonna go back and take the rest of it. We're still on a major downtrend. If you really want to see where the trend is, the true trend is this. We just broke through it, but it only wicked through it. Because we're still in a downtrend, even though we're technically bullish overall based on higher time frames. But yeah, so we got to definitely clear this level one more time. I believe we are going to come back and test this at least the 236 or at least the 23 on this. So 5 minutes, let's see what we got going on. 170 bar, 14 hours, we'll know one way or the other. So sometime tomorrow we'll figure it out. So we're looking for maybe either test this level here, come back and either go above to go up. Is that what you're thinking too? Or I'm looking for it to come back, test this, fail, come here and test this again.
Yeah, so right now I'm still bullish on it, but I would like for price to get lower, and then from there decide And
I wanted to see it break this low right here before I
yeah,
decide whether it's going to go one way or the other.
yeah. If I buy that, it'll probably be around closer to 33.59,
Oh, that's
33.60.
totally where my buy is going to be because look at what's right here.
Yeah, the 23%.
33.60, 33.62 or 33.63. Right in that area is the 23 on the weekly.
Yep.
So we're going to probably come back, retest that level. So you can set your entry and take a position either at the 23, bring it down here,
Yep.
just below that, and then take it up all the way to at least here.
Yep. I do like that.
I like that one. Yep, I like that one too. So I'm going
Yeah,
to
this will
change
be
it
the
to
deal.
blue.
Yeah, go ahead and share this one chart and let's see let's jump into let's see if we can do Euro USD,
Okay.
GU and UJ here in the next 12 minutes.
All right, cool. Copy link. I'm going to put that in. I think I'll put it right in the group chat on Discord so I don't lose it.
Sure.
Cool beans. All right. Okay. This is gold. Okay, boom. There we go. And which one's the next one you want to do? UJ?
Oh, I was on mute. Let's do Euro USD.
Euro USD? Okay. Is it view chart?
Where you share the chart? I didn't see it in chat.
I didn't put it in the chat. I put it in the Discord for right now, and because I'm afraid if I lose my connection, but I'll put in the chat as well.
I'll get it down.
All
I'll get it and bring it over here.
right, cool. Bring it. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
So okay, cool. Same thing. Top-down analysis. We'll go start with the weekly. Put the chart. Oh, look at this bad boy. This is ugly. This is ugly. This is ugly.
Welcome to my world, Dan. When you start reading multiple charts, it's like
I know. I'm sticking with this candlestick first.
all right.
Because this previous weekly, I don't know, it could be, but it didn't break structure. It's still too indecisive.
Yes.
So that's again, you got to pick your high and low. If we did it, well, let's just do it the right way,
Yes, Dan, go for it. I like that. I like that. So Dan is picking his control candlestick.
which
And
I think
let's see.
is going to be this control. Is the
You like that one right there?
this one
Yeah.
right here? That's the one I like because it has not broken its high. Hasn't even broken the open.
That's what I'm looking for.
So I'm gonna make that my.
Yeah, I like that. Go for that, Dan. It's really, I do like that.
I know, isn't that cool?
I don't know how do you choose a control candle? It's like, oh, I like this one. So
Well,
what are you
here-
talking about?
What I'm looking at is see this
Do that.
candlestick right here.
See,
This
I can't even get this in. Out of
Miss
chat.
Iris, can you mute yourself, Miss Iris, real quick?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I should make you co-host, G. Let me do
No,
that
no
real
problem.
quick.
Yeah, but that is right there the million-dollar question, Anna. The control candlestick is once you get a good eye for that control candlestick or that control movement,
Right.
the market will basically filter itself a lot more for yourself. But go for it, Dan. How do you see why that one as your control candlestick?
Well, first of all, it's part of a BEC ETM candlestick. So we got the zone here called the equilibrium zone of this candlestick. And the take profit or stop loss would be like at the high of this. It didn't hit either ends. So this candlestick, I believe, is still in control. And although we did test this weekly rally-based rally, though it kind of failed to go further down. But I think we're going to come back, retest even lower based on this candlestick alone. It's bearish. It's definitely catching my eye because it is, believe it or not, it is just ugly.
And stay here. Yeah, I saw some good examples here. So, and it's coming back to kind of understanding the anatomy of a candlestick, right? And let's find the most obvious one, right? This one right here, right? That's a good control candlestick. It's a nice engulfing candlestick that engulfs the one to the left, right? So the next candlestick opens up, and just like a doji. So that one makes it a control candlestick. The third candlestick right here, right? It's not really engulfing, but it does go higher than the previous one, right? So this was
Although
a
the
good
body
control.
doesn't. And that's
Right,
where my
yeah,
difference comes. The body does not close above the wick.
perfect. Okay, that's a good observation. There's a good detail there that Dan just mentioned. It did not close the body. But again, though, this wig, this doji here, it doesn't really have any strength. So this one's still good, right? Either or.
Right.
This fourth candlestick kicks in, ninth engulfing candlestick, and then the body does close higher than the wick. So that's pretty good. Doji, it was just a pullback. And then here, right, this one was a great control candlestick. The next one did pretty good, but it really didn't, you know, and then this one kind of engulfed. So out of all those series, right, uh, this one right here is the most recent control candlestick because if you look at this one, and this one, and this one, this candlestick right here is gonna have quadruplets. It's all of these candlesticks are all inside the high and the low, right? And yeah, so this one is I would pick this one. That is a good control candlestick in my opinion as well.
So that one's the boss.
That
One's
one's
the
the mama,
That's
boss.
the
the
mama
boss.
right now.
This is the
That's
boss.
the mama.
That's,
These are the four little babies right there, those 4 weeks.
and that is an interesting thing you talk about. And what's going to be interesting is once we look at the 4-hour structure now,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get a better picture of why I picked that particular candlestick. There it
Correct.
is. Boom. All this movement down here, we came back up. And look how long it took for just
Mm-hmm.
and never even hit the previous weekly open.
Absolutely.
So this trend is in the direction that I'm looking to trade. I'm looking for the sells.
That's actually very good. Then that's a good observation there.
Yes,
I'm liking the sell potential here, guys. A really good sell.
oh yeah.
And let's take a minute here to kind of explain Anna's question about a fair value gap. Go ahead and zoom in to right there, Dan, front and center.
Just heading there. And I'll mark it off because I do that a lot.
And don't go too far to right. Don't go too far right.
No,
But just
no,
make that
right there.
candlestick a lot more centered. Like just right in the middle.
Are you worried about there?
I know, but like zoom in that more.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
yeah. There it is. Perfect. So when we're talking about a fair value gap, Anna, is you basically look at 3 candlesticks, but you mainly focus on the strongest one, right? So the 3 candlesticks that I'm looking at is this one to the left, that's one, this one, two, and then everything else to the right from there. Okay. So you notice here, right, in order for this imbalance or fair value to get filled, we at least need to kind of come back and touch 50% of it. This wick right here did not touch 50%. And I think, that's basically an area where price had control and it never really came back down to it, right? So this fair value gap or this 4-hour candlestick had enough strength to kind of just shift price up very, very slowly. And I think it's finally losing its theme. Go ahead and zoom out, Don.
That's where I'm going to actually extend my line a bit. So
There you go. Beautiful.
I want to pay attention to that because that's a zone we're going to be looking at to come and retest.
Mm-hmm. So that fair value gap right there, Anna, has not been filled. But then check out this candlestick right here. This engulfing candlestick, it finally got filled to the candlestick on the right hand side. So at one point it wasn't. Go ahead and then rewind maybe to about right here. Maybe about, yeah, right there. That's perfect. So what catches our attention, go ahead and hide indicators just to kind of get those out the way. Okay, so we got the engulfing candlestick. We look at the candlestick immediately to the left, and there it is. And then we start looking at the candlesticks to the right of it, right? Thanks, Jeff. Go ahead and put your square there, Dan, on that candlestick by itself.
This one here.
That engulfing one.
Oh, you want me to do the BEC
Yeah,
type deal?
your rectangle fair value gap that you do.
Gotcha.
There it is. Perfect. Perfect. So at least we want to fill in about 50% of it, right? 50%. In this example, then just do me a favor. Actually get the entire candlestick from wick to wick.
Oh, this whole box
Yes, the
from
whole,
this
yeah,
here, this whole candlestick.
yeah, the whole 4-hour candlestick. Yep.
Okay. I've never seen that done before, but I'm with you on it. I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. No, yeah, perfect. So again, right. So here, there because see at one point then the fair value gap was from there.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it's shrunk, and now it's shrunk, and now it's shrunk. So technically, right, we do want to use that entire candlestick, or actually move this one up then to there. To how you normally do it. Yep, right there. Perfect. But the top we keep the same.
Okay.
The top we keep the same. So at least we want 50% to balance out. Go ahead and add a few candlesticks in there, Dan. And when we get to that 50%, price should react bullish. And look what's happening. It's not reacting bullish. It closed the fair value gap. Go ahead and hit play all the way, Dan. And there we are now.
At the end.
So that volume from the fair value gap is really not pumping up. And I think we're trying to go down to the bottom fair value gap.
Yep.
How many pips is that?
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Let's see. Right now, from here to here,
97.
97. Yep.
All right, all right, let's continue this. I like this top-down analysis.
It's cool. I love it. I love it too.
We're looking good.
I'll get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this drawing.
Yes, do that.
I'll keep the other one. I think I'll leave our indicators off. Let's see. So now we got until we get to the. Oh, now we got to fib it.
Yes.
I'm looking for the trend first. So let me do that first.
Trend, structure, impulses, broken trend lines.
There's my trend. I'm looking for it to break. Structure is again from the top down, so I'll put my little drawings there. Where did my things go? There you go. Here.
Is that you, Miss Hunter? I think you're being a little choppy if you're commenting in there. Yeah, it doesn't come clear.
No, not really.
It's not right. She's coming in choppy.
Might be
and one thing here, Dan, that's interesting too, guys. You don't have to draw these lines down, Dan. But again, though, right, just look for multiple areas where you can draw a line, right? So maybe here was one, right? It broke. It's at the retest.
Okay, yeah, we can do that too.
At the same time, like let's say here was another one like this. Look at this, like that.
Yeah.
Like this was a little trend line here, right? It kind of broke a little bit, came down. It came back and retested, and now it's on its way down. So that's kind of how you kind of use those lines, right? Just trend lines are supporting our dynamic.
Gotcha.
Support and resistance lines, right? Dynamic support and resistance lines. I like that one right there, Dan. Maybe let's kind of use maybe this one right here, this angle. Actually, no, that's good. That's good right there. Let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like
Okay.
that. I do like that one. We broke, we retest. We're kind of in the retest area to potentially go down.
That'd be a nice look at that. That'd be a nice perfect harmonic.
Draw this here. Draw the trend line right there.
I got you. I'm on it. Okay. From here to like
Yeah,
that.
see, I like that, guys. Again, use trend lines to kind of find for those floors and those ceilings, right? Floor for those ceilings and see how price works around in there. And you can call that a fake out, you can call that a fake out. Now we're kind of back below the trend line. I do like that sell, man. I do like I really do
I
like that
I do
sell.
like that zone too. So let me put my weekly fib on there.
And we'll wrap it up with this pair, guys, because we want to make sure we respect everybody's time.
Exactly. I do appreciate everybody with all your questions. They were just so awesome. And
Yes.
in fact, I think I'm going to leave the format the same. So come every week with your questions. Between me and G Money, we'll field them and look at where price is at based on the weekly. And if we come back to test the 618, would be fine with me too.
Yes.
So we could look for two things. Um, oh wait, we didn't go down to the 1 hour. We're not the 1 hour top down analysis.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Now,
once we're done with this one, then. Yeah.
all right, yeah.
We take our
Gotcha.
time. We'll wrap it up
There's our,
after this pair.
oh, did I hide them? I guess I gotta unhide them.
Two.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's bullish, but look, we came back and test that bottom 78 percentile or 23 percentile. So
Yep,
the
and
momentum is looking down, man.
it's looking bearish, especially on the momentum is definitely going
Mm-hmm.
down. And if I'm not mistaken, and why am I continuing? I'm still looking for this close below the 23 here.
But go to the 5 minute, Dan. I know we're kind of getting ahead of the top down analysis, but I think the answer is right there.
There it is.
That's that's beautiful, man.
That's
Make sure you show
perfect.
the whole box.
I will. This is what we're looking for.
Yes.
And talk about fair value gaps, this would be considered one as well. And
Yep.
it's done a nice job of covering it. So we are probably looking to retest this. We could even take an entry. I'll take this entry any day. I'll take this entry from here. It's already at a take profit zone based on this pattern. It's already at its peaks. And I would take it all the way up to this side. Or at least up to here, maybe. Yep, up to there. So in the zone, that's almost a 3-to-1 trade. I like that.
On the currency pairs, though, dude, Dan, I would say though they're not as bouncy as gold, right? When it
True.
comes to the volatility, they're kind of like easy. Their momentum is easier flowed.
Okay.
Because we're
Takes
trying to go
days.
because because we're trying to go down to your fair value gap down, Dan. I would rather wait for price to get back below that 15, that 23 percentile, and then go from there.
Right. So we want to be yeah. So we'd want to keep looking for sells basically.
Yes.
Actually I'd wait wait till we got to the 23 line here. Let me get my weekly candles thing over here closer so we can see it better. Gotta make that thinner. So we can make it thinner so we don't have to see so much stuff. There we go. So yeah, so the 382s are level to break, and if we make the past the 382,
Yes.
then we'll be going looking to get to the 50. So
And
how
we get the momentum to shift as well, Dan, on the 5 minute, which is about to shift bearish.
yeah,
Let price come back to the 52 mid, and I
right.
think we can enter from there.
So you're looking for the sell from this point.
Yeah, I'm looking for the sell at the 52 mid once the momentum shifts. So once the momentum shifts bearish, which it should be shifting shortly,
Very
as
short.
price as price is being stretched down, that 17 mid will get below the 52 mid. We'll turn
Right.
this whole box red, and then we just wait for the pullback to get in on the inside the red line with the stop loss of wherever that high is at that time.
Exactly. So that shift will take place in probably about an hour, couple hours, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good observation. You know how, Anna, you were asking earlier about the timing? Each box has technically a timing as well, right? All boxes do, but this one is basically just this one is connected to the big box. But what Dan just shared, right? The little box, once you start knowing how they work, it's in a decline, right? The little boxes. And once we get rid of all these candlesticks above, the box will start shifting down. And that was about, how many candlesticks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
10.
10?
About 10 before it gets past a significant drop, which would be here.
Okay, so 50 minutes from now. 10
Okay, so
candlesticks.
we're waiting for the, I already forgot. This is so much information.
I know, right? I'm glad
And we're
we're
keeping it
recording.
simple, Anna. Can you believe it?
So let me just draw this out for you, and maybe it'll make a little
We're
more sense.
waiting for this to shift to the other color before
Yes.
we
Exactly.
enter at the midline.
Yes.
Exactly. We're waiting for the 5 minute to become bearish as well.
The momentum to be better.
Okay, and we're going down.
We're going down.
We're
And
going
what
down.
will be our entry, Anna?
Where's our entry? At
Yes.
the midline.
At the 52 midline, right? The medium midline.
The 52, is that the medium box?
Yes. Yes.
Right. And
Okay,
this
why
is
do we
what
call
I'm
it the
talking about.
52 box? 52.
Because there's 52 candlesticks inside.
Okay. All right.
And we call it 17.
Makes sense. Oh, the little one is 17? The little
And
one
there's
is
17
17?
candlesticks inside. Yes.
Okay.
And then the big
Yeah.
one is 204 because there's 204 candlesticks.
204. Okay. Makes
The price
sense.
drops.
This is good, Anna. More dialogue, that means you're understanding, right? And that's why it's posing more questions. So
Gotcha.
onward.
Well, I'll explain it to you too. And that's a great question. Why was I looking for this box to shift? Because once it gets past this high candlestick here, it'll keep going down,
Mm-hmm.
down, down, and
You got a midline there, Dan, on the 52 bucks?
what's that?
You don't have a midline. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. I was looking for your midline. Actually, keep it right there at the high. Keep it right there at the high. So sometimes we don't have to wait for this to expire. If the current candlestick, Anna, goes lower and lower, go ahead and stretch that box down, Dan.
This one?
Yep. Let's just say the candlestick's right there. So what happened there? Dan's midline
Is gonna, it'll
Now-
change the momentum.
Yep. Now we'll be below the midline of the 52 or the medium box, and then that would turn both boxes red. That would turn both boxes red. So we're
And then
waiting
we can enter at that point, not
We can-
necessarily at the midline of the 52.
Ideally, we would like for price to get back because again, once this candlestick stretches down, right? Once it stretches down, ideally, right, we want just kind of price to do a little pullback.
Little
And
pullback.
The closer we get to that midline of the 52, the better, because our stop
Yeah.
loss is at the high.
Oh, right. Okay.
So the closer we can get to that 52 midline, the better.
Okay.
So
I like it, Dan. I like to sell. I do like to sell.
I do. Well, you know what? I'm kind of not quite there. I'm not quite convinced yet.
Okay.
But I'm getting there because we got another candlestick. It closed below the 23 now.
Yep.
And if we get two candlesticks, it'll come back and at least retest that back up. It'll come back and retest. So again, if I'm looking for a sell, because eventually the midpoint will reach this 23% line, which is interesting. You know,
Mhm.
you don't realize that, but eventually this midpoint too will shift directions.
It sure will.
And depending on what happens with the 17 box will depend on if the top drops first. before the bottom drops. So if we get a lower low here at this end, then we might look for price to rebound, or might rebound and go the other direction. But once we get past this, it's going to just change the dynamics of these boxes. You know what I'm saying? The momentum will shift not only bearish, but it could also stay bullish because everything is going to depend on the 15-minute box. But I always like my 23. I'd wait for my close above. I'd be looking, if I were looking for buys, I'd be looking for at least going in that direction. But we're looking for sells. I can reverse this as well. Did you know you can reverse these things? You can flip them, reverse them, and now we can turn that into a sell order. So we're looking at the 52 box, taking it down to here, at least here. I don't like that. That's a lot of pips. But
no, I want to take it down to the
lower lows.
The fair value gap, man.
That's what. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Lost sight of my fair value gap. There we go. Take it down to there.
Yes. Or yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There. That's where we want to take it to.
Right, because you know what's in that below that fair value gap? Previous weekly low. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and share that chart one and we'll wrap it up here.
All right, let me do that.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, let me get this. Is this a good enough view like this? Gee, is that good enough to see? Okay, copy link. I'll put one in the chat. This is you.
Yeah, I like these sessions, yeah. Dan is really good at kind of breaking it down a little bit slower.
I love it when, and I also love it when you come in and because you designed this entire system, and having your input helps me learn a little bit more too. And yeah, good times.
I appreciate that. No, but yeah, like coming in as third party observer too, it helps a lot. It just kind of like it doesn't seem like I'm so crazy. Like, okay, G makes sense.
Right. Well, it's nice that we both kind of make sense, and it'll make sense to you once you start picking your highs and your lows and start getting used to picking your candlesticks and picking your battles, I guess.
Right.
You guys are a great team. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, Animal. Good stuff, guys. Good to see everybody. We'll return.